How will today's Excel tip enhance your data analysis? Join us in this detailed tutorial from our expert trainer who walks you through each step. Let's get started.
The first thing I'd like to talk about before we do any formatting or formulas is understanding the interface of Excel. Primarily, I want to talk about the ribbon. The ribbon exists up on top here, and it consists of three main components. This first component are your tabs. The second component is your groups. You can see here we have the font group, the alignment group, the styles group, etc. When we go to another tab, like for example the insert tab, you'll see here I have the illustrations group, the charts group, etc. Now the third component you will see exists on some groups and not others. So for example, if I go to page layout, you'll notice that within page setup, I have this little dimple here. This is known as our dialog box launcher. When I click on that, that's going to take us to more advanced options that we may not see on the ribbon in terms of what options we see here. I'm going to go ahead and cancel out of that. Now occasionally you may see what's called contextual tabs. So for example, if I change my view here, I'm going to go over here to my headers and footers, you'll notice that I now have a new set of tabs here called my header and footer. You will start to see some of these contextual tabs when you go to ancillary elements like, for example, charts, text boxes, images, etc. So I'm going to go ahead and click out of that, and you'll notice that the contextual tab now disappears. But now let's go ahead and go over to our File menu. And I click on that, you're going to notice how the File menu is a completely different tab altogether. And that's going to take us to some administrative tools like creating a new document, even some new templates, opening up pre-existing documents, and also taking a look at the information about our document as far as the size, when it was created, all kinds of protection issues if you like to, where it's located, etc. You'll also see here I can save my document, I can print it, I can export it as a PDF from here, and so much more. Let's go ahead and click on the back button. It's going to take me back to my main window. Then I'm going to go ahead and switch it back to my normal view. Now some of you may want to play around with what's called your quick access toolbar, and that exists way up on top here. And this is a really great opportunity to customize your tools. Now this may change as you get more and more advanced within Excel, but just notice here I have this little drop down menu. If I click on that, you can see I can add on any number of different tools that I like to use a lot. For example, if I print a lot, I can go ahead and choose quick print. I click on that. Let's go ahead and do another one for spell check. I can add those on. Now, in addition to that, if I have anything else on the ribbon that I'd like to add to my quick access toolbar, I can very simply right click on it. So for example, let's say I'm using AutoSum a lot. If I right click on that, I can very easily add it to my quick access toolbar, and there it is. And if I right click back on this here, you're going to see here I can remove it, and also remove these. And just for some general layout options for us to see how we can work together as we progress throughout the class, many times you will see certain options like extra tabs and worksheets down below. So keep an eye on these. These are essentially going to be pages within one document that's going to allow us to go from one tab to another, but basically still staying within one file. Now, as beginners, I would suggest focusing on a few of these in particular. For example, you see here I have the help option as well as the search option up on top here. If I click on help, you'll notice here you have many choices and many options for getting help, including some additional training, as well as clicking on search, and you can go ahead and type out what you're looking for, and it's going to help you find within the program what you're looking for. So for example, if I just type out the word tables, notice here it gives me some option for how to create a table. Click type out charts, and you can see it's going to give me some options on how to create charts. So a lot of really neat things just built into the program. I'm going to go ahead and go back to home, and we will see you in the next lesson.
What was your favorite part of this tutorial? We would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Visit the Simon Says It channel, explore our videos and training sessions, and decide what you want to learn next.